Okay, here we go. Time for some motorsport. Alright. Oops. Alright. So let me introduce the race. Let me just get some sound settings fixed. Just gonna lower the game a little bit. 66 ought to be fine. Alright, so Group 3 Suzuka. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward. Since it's Group 3, racing mediums, racing hards are available. Both tires need to be used. From what I've been seeing from some people, 3 and 7 seems to be the good strategy. So we'll give it a shot. Also, hold on a second. Yeah. Alright. Somebody's got to remind me. I got to do my Duolingo at some point during the break. So I have a... Gosh, I'm like over 700 days. So I want to make sure I get that, keep that going. So, alright. Let me also just make sure that things are up and running. Alright, put out my my stream live to Dubby, sent it to Chibi Crew. I think everybody's good to go. Alright. Okay, so first run. Because it's the first run, last to first challenge. We'll do last to first, then we'll do qualifying. So work our way up. course. Suzuka is going to be very, very popular this week because Saturday we got the finale for the Nations Cup. Ooh. Brakes are a little wonky there. Yeah, we got the finale for the Nations Cup this Saturday, and it's going to be here at Suzuka as well. But it's in a fixed car though. We're going to be using the Fiat Abarth, specifically the Auto Bianchi Fiat. So it's a specific car that's made that's been tuned for the event. So don't worry if you don't own it. And it has a specific setup, so it's not gonna be one of those boring. Well, I don't want to call them boring, but they're kind of janky races with road cars. There's an old school charm of Gran Turismo, but for the more competitive races, oh shoot! Still trying to get used to this. Hold on a sec. Put that brake balance all the way to the rear. So this is just practice, alright? So we're just figuring out as we go along. I think we gotta turn a little bit more. We're understeering. Alright, that's a little bit better. It should be noted, I am using the, the hard tires right now, so this is not going to be the ideal performance right off the bat. Look at it, gone to first gear for that, but eh. Don't get me wrong, while I do love playing around with Gran Turismo 7 right now, for the longest time, I'm kind of more invested in Le Mans at the moment. It's because I know GT7 is kind of on its last legs. Let's not delude ourselves. We know that GT8 is fully in active development. Shoot. So that's why we haven't been getting like our monthly updates. Like, don't get me wrong, it's cool that we're getting some pretty neat stuff. Like the hypercar update like a month or two ago, pretty awesome. But at one point we used to get new cars every month. So the fact that that schedule is kind of slowed down now really goes to show that we're getting ready for GTA. As for when that game is going to be announced, I don't know. It's probably not going to be like a Game Award sort of thing. I could totally see it being the big reveal at the Grand Finals for the World Series. Like, I really do see either Grand Finals or Game Awards. I think it'd be too soon to reveal it at Singapore, round 3 at Singapore. Oh, slide. Saved it. Oh, oh, I had damage. I don't know how I got damage, but I did. Something was definitely up there. Alright. A slight bit of break. Definitely got a break for the ending part of the S's. And then this curve here, you're gonna have to make sure you lift off. I have to lift off more than normal though. I don't think you need to hit the brakes. You can lift. You can get away with just lifting. Oh shoot. I hit the grass. I touched grass. That's a problem. I was looking off to the side. When I do my first ad break, I gotta go change the filter on my air conditioner. Filter's getting a little dirty. I saw the light go up. So, yep. A few chores I gotta do. Thankfully, we're not in the... We don't have that extreme heat wave that we had a couple weeks ago, you know? Okay, I might as well restart. I'm just goofing off at this point. Like, at one point, we were almost 100 degrees for 3 days straight. That's 100 Fahrenheit. For us Celsius users, you're looking at like what, 36, 37 degrees? It was unbearable, you know? So, thank God I'm in much more of an office position compared to what I used to be, you know? Spent 4 days in the air-conditioned office. Much better. Try to avoid touching the grass. Yeah, like right there, see? I overextended a little bit. Spoon curve, nice and dandy. I think it's high time I actually clean my rig. It's just wanted to make sure it doesn't get too dusty. Yeah, I think I need to maybe tap the brakes a little bit for from 130R. Or at least when I'm on the hards. I reckon I could probably just get away with lifting on mediums, you know, with the added grip. Maybe not so much on the hards. Yeah. I think I need to brake a lot earlier. A little bit earlier for this compound. I know I can get away with that braking zone on the mediums. All right. So, hold on a minute. How are we? All right. So we're back in B rank, which is great. But it's like a small sliver. So I need to get some decent results to keep it on here. All right. Since I'm starting last, I need to try to get up to like P7, P8. All right. But the vast majority of people are using the same car as me. Most of us are using the Porsche. I do see a Mercedes, I do see a Nissan, a couple Audis. I probably need to give the Audi a shot at some point, you know, for some differential. Okay. So P16, dead last. Fuel is not going to be an issue for us, so we can ignore that. Let's just try and make our way up. 3 and 7. So any positions gained through the first 3 laps, totally good. I know I'm going to get faster later. All right, here we go. All right, we got some people off to Narnia. One person went off, so that's a P15. Well, I'm on the dirty side of the track. That's a lot of marbles, less traction. Somebody just went off in a big way. That's the thing with dailies. Especially when a game is like late into its cycle. Exit stage left. Oh, he saved it. But that's given me license to move ahead. So P13, 3 positions gained. All right, nice and safe. See what I can do to catch up to these guys. Yellow flag, somebody's gone off. I don't know who. Oh. Lead foot, I don't know what happened to you. But he just unghosted in front of me. We have already our first person into the pits. Can I get this move done? Alright, nice. He's still with me though, so job's not done. Alright, good battle so far, but he's been a little bit keen to run into me. Hopefully he doesn't try to treat this as a way to, like, hold me up, you know? Couple guys ghosted for one reason or another. Alright, we got another hard runner going in. I'm probably going in this lap as well. Somebody's off in the distance. Decided to leave as a result. Oh, somebody's gone off on the deck nurse. Uh-oh, it's gonna be a little bit wonky here. I think I'm afforded that space, my friend. Uh-oh. I think I might have bungled that a bit. All right. That's an unfortunate mishap, but let's see if we can make up for it somehow. Somebody's gone into the wall there. Alright. In we go. Let's see where we come out. Somebody's gone in wearing mediums. Not the choice I would have made, but okay. Alright. Mandatory stop done. Let's see how we can get on with this stint. We've got clean air, so nobody around us. Just focusing on good laps. Uh-oh. But the tires are a little cold, so I gotta get these up to temp. What's our gap? 8.3. I know we've dropped a few positions now, but we're gonna get this all back later on as the race goes. I don't know if that was track limits. What did the stewards say on that? Right, they say I'm okay. Would have gotten a track limit penalty had it been a problem for them. That was super sloppy. All right, what I'm kind of hoping for is when the Colombian ahead of me, I think it's Colombian, or I think, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Colombia, going by the flag. Keep in mind, Gran Turismo flags are a lot more simplified. It's not really it's not the full detailed flag. It's a lot more prevalent if you play in EMEA region. But oh, yellow flag. Something has happened. Yep, we got a spinner. Probably somebody punted into the wall. Probably. Alright, so back up to P13. But it's still a long way to go. Also, do bear in mind, a good portion of these people still have to take their pit stops. I'm guessing the people who did their start on the mediums, probably within the next 2-3 laps, they're going to be going in themselves. So I stand to get a good chunk of time back. Now, this is the guy that we had a bit of an incident with early on. He's having some problems himself. He probably knows who I am. And he might not be as sportsmanlike if we try to overtake him. Should have stayed in first gear. Alright, first medium runner in. Can I overtake him through the pits? There's 2 other people. Alright, so I'm P11 right now. Mind you, I was P10 before we went into the pits. Now I'm starting to feel myself get the pace going. Alright, 203.3. Back up to P10. Oh, spinner. Off you go. And we have 2 people up ahead for position. All right. And we're closing in. .3. Alright, that was a little bit sloppier than I would have liked, but still went through no problem. Alright. 3.1. $130R seems to be my best way to make up time on everybody. Triangle could have been a lot better, but I just made up a whole second on everyone. 2 seconds now. Uh-oh. Oh, I made a mistake myself. I got distracted. I am up to P9 though. Still got a lap and a half. Still time for something to happen. 1.3. Ah, shoot. Come on, get back in there. Ah. Too much curb on the outside. Dang. All right. If I didn't make those mistakes, probably be pushing for P7 at this stage. But again, first time. First time in a long while, actually. Now, for what it's worth, I am gaining on the car ahead. It's just that those mistakes have cost me so much time. But I'll be doing more of this. I'll be doing more of this race, so I'll try to start. I'll start qualifying too. And the tire wear doesn't look too bad to the point where I can't just consider doing 1 and 9. Right? We could do 1 and 9. Okay, P9. From P16? Decent climb. Alright, 2 more people still running. Oh shoot, we got a guy in a Mazda? Huh, bold choice. And then the guy that that hit us, he ended up getting a 1-minute penalty. Didn't do his mandatory pit stop. Okay. 7 positions gained. Probably gonna be losing some driver rating though. Oh, just on the cutoff. Man. How bad is it? Am I still in B rank? Yeah, I'm still in B rank. Okay. Well, we got like 5 minutes to go until the next race. So yeah, let's do it. Probably have time to do a quali lap, right? Alright. We're looking at sub 2 minutes. So alright. So we'll try it. Alright. So on the mediums, trail brake a little bit. Probably could have gotten a little harder on the throttle. Through the S's, it's predominantly throttle control, so... Final step of the S's, you gotta hit the brakes. Lift off for the entrance to Dunlop. Wider than I would have liked. Oh, shoot, that needs to be improved. Definitely needs to be improved, that section. One thing I need to do, after this quali session, I gotta check the office chat. Some people might need my help getting in. Ooh, a lot of wheel spin there. Bit of a problem, that one. 204.6. I have the time to do another. Not sure if I should go down to second gear for that. For the double apex. Already a second better. Look at that. 1.6 better. Still growing. I lost a little bit, but I'm still 1.5. Uh-oh. 130R. That could have been a lot better. But 203.0. That should be good for a decent... That should be good for a decent position. Alright, I flubbed my lines, but yeah. Going down to second gear for the exit of the first turn is the play. Alright, cool. Sorry about that. Okay, we're all fine. I'm P7. Okay. I'm gonna gamble here. I am gonna go hards to start. depending on how the traffic goes, I'll either pit first lap or keep it on for a second. Wait. Draft Punk. He's got a TCR acronym. Hold on a minute. Is this guy part of TCR? Is he part of Teaching Community Racing? I'm gonna check later. I don't know if he notices. But anyway. Let's go. Because if that guy Draft Punk if he is a fellow TCR teammate, we are gonna do team orders. Trust me. It's gonna get fun if that happens. I've had it happen before. I've run into some people that are part of the same racing team as me, and we goof about. Is my brake balance all the way to the rear? Yes, it is. Nice and dandy, everybody's good. Alright, I was a little bit too hesitant. Sorry about that, guys. Alright, we got a spinner. So P6. Oh, somebody went hard to the right. Definitely some contact there. Alright, P5. Brazilian gaining on me. Ah, damn it. Ugh. It's all gone wrong here. Well, you just went straight off. Alright. Yeah, you really should have, you really need to brake for 130R when you're in the hards. So, learn that lesson. Alright. Well, no time like the present to pit. Oh no, Draft Punk is gone. That's a shame. Wait, what did we start in? P8? Sorry, P7? that should be our... That should be our goal. Try to get back up to P7. I got 5 places to make up. Now, the way this guy is moving makes me believe he's a controller player. See the janky movements left and right? Off you go. Okay, P12. Ugh, I got a lot of ground to make up now. 20.7. But that's also due to the fact that nobody ahead of us has pitted yet. So that gap is gonna naturally go down as people, you know, go in and out. A little too apprehensive there. Lost me some time. Alright, Argentine has gone in. He's going to be going on to mediums just like me. Question is, how far back is he? Or far ahead? Oh, lost grip. For what it's worth, I now have a battle. Oh, yellow flag is out. Briefly, I don't know what it was for. The net code. The, well, not the net code, but the connection. The little stutter actually spooked me a bit. Yellow flag. Reason, not sure. You have somebody in the pits. Are we going to be able to overtake? Maybe get a couple. Somebody straight out. He was parked on the racing line. Really messed me up there. All is not lost, though. Stay with them. A lot can still happen. We're only halfway through. Oh shoot, I just realized something. I know ads are possibly about to play, so I gotta try to hit the snooze button whenever the prompt comes up. Distracted driving much? Now those two are locked in a battle, so this could be my way to, like, sneak through. Alright, back up to P10. And the guy behind me is on the harder compound. Now, all of a sudden, it just got crowded up here. That was a crazy line that guy took. But all that's doing is reeling me in. Well, them getting reeled in by me. Alright, after this race, though, I will take a break, okay? Slowly gaining. Come on, come on, come on. 204.6. Not bad, but I gotta be faster. Alright, that might be track limits, I don't know. Oh, Stuart say I'm okay. Alright, keeping the pressure on. Alright. Some of the guys ahead are going onto their hard compound. Could create some issues. Oh, somebody's in the wall. So it means there's going to be an offset with some of these guys. It's going to make some interesting ends to this race. Oh. Had a bit of a wobble there. Also makes me wonder who's not gonna follow the required compound rule. Right? Remember, we had a guy behind us end up getting a 1-minute penalty. So some things could happen here. I did make a mistake on the Degners though, so I'm back down a bit. 3.5. Oh, somebody's gone wide. But they recovered in time, so there's nothing really in it. Still 2 laps to go. Alright, I gotta get my act together because I'm actually being chased down at the moment. Hold on 1 second. I'm a little bit slow at the moment. Gotta find ways to keep pace. Well, Eddie having a problem definitely is going to help us. .4, personal best. We're too far away to benefit from any sort of slipstream. I don't know, that's track limits, we'll see. Alright, give him space, he's on our outside. Alright, stay with them. Couldn't hang on in the end. Alright. We'll have to settle for P10. Okay. No problem. We'll get back into the next one. Alright? But we still got time though, so back in 3, okay? Alright, back to work. Oops. Swap to mediums. Okay, so I think we have time for one quality lap. I just gotta get more consistent with Suzuka. The more consistent I am, the better, you know, because we've been doing well. It's just that we're running into a lot of errors. If we can clamp down on them, we'll be better. We'll be better off. You know what I'm feeling right now? My head's feeling a little loopy. I think I need to drink. I need to hydrate. Shoot. Yeah. Ugh. Oh man. Yeah. Let me drink something real quick. Ugh. Alright. I'm not going to be able to finish this lap then. That's just practice. But the plan is to get a lot of racing in the next couple days, so we got new daily races tomorrow on Le Mans. As for which one I'm gonna do, I need to double check the schedule for that. Wednesday we're gonna join our friends at MPM. We're gonna do the hypers. The hypercar challenge that they're doing. I think we still have another week or so of that. And then we'll go on from there. Alright. Where am I? P7 again? Alright. Yeah, put ourselves on hards again. Okay. Yeah, we'll put ourselves on the hards. Maybe one lap or two. Depending on how the situation goes, and then we'll pit. Alright. So, we'll do that. Okay. Let's see. Alright, sorry about that. Had to do some audio settings. Alright, here we go. Race number 3. Let's see. Is my brake balance all the way to the back? Yes, it is. Cool. The reason why I'm putting the brake balances to the back is to put more of the braking power to the rear. To help preserve the front tires. Oh, turned. Ugh. Apologies, my friend. I inadvertently took somebody out because of that contact. And I got punted again. I feel sorry for this. Sheesh. Yo, did I find myself in the naughty lobby? What happened here? Through no fault of my own, I'm back down to P13. And they give me a penalty for track limits? Goes to show what the priorities are here. Yeah, I could see a lot of people have gone off here. Resave jointly, my friend. Alright. Damn. Well, that's not going to be a problem. Somebody's connection going haywire. So now I'm left with a little bit of a conundrum here. Do I stay out one more lap and try to take some of these positions? Because I know some of these guys are not going to be racing clean. Or do I pit now, push myself further back, but get clean air? You know what? I think I'm gonna go in now. Might as well get it over with, so. Problem is, the Argentine has gone in as well. And I think he was one of the people that just drove through me. fight for position. Oh, I think this is one of the guys that pushed me off, too. I'll just use this guy for slipstream. Well. Hit the brakes way too long. Thing is, I'm too far back to make a move. Oh. Yeah, it's going well. Sadly, results have not gone our way, but we're doing our best. Oh, you went long. That's track limits, my friend. Okay. So we get one back. I think somebody was in the pits not too long ago, but we missed him, I think. Dang, what's going on tonight? Nothing's going the way I want it to. Well, now that's one person that's not going to be coming back in a bit. All right, so we got one less driver. Seven. Gotta find some way to get back into this. Can't get anything done tonight. Ugh, I don't know why. Maybe I've played way too much Le Mans Ultimate, that switching handling models, switching physics has kind of worked against me. 203.7. I gotta find some more. Gotta find some more pace somehow. Let's see here. P7 is probably going to be too much of an ask, so let's try to maybe get up to like P10 or something. Okay, 4 seconds. Got some guys coming out of the pits. I don't think I've gained a position. Nah, everybody's too far ahead. Well, this Brazilian does have a 3-second penalty crossing pit lines. So we will have to serve that later on in the lap. So this is a freebie. best not to get involved with this. Somebody's going backwards. Oh, he's gone wide. Just don't have the angle to get that overtake done. I had the speed, but... Alright, should be past him, no problem. Alright, this guy's cutting it a little too close for comfort. You know, some of the moves he's making. I'm probably not going to have the inside lane. That's totally fine. Just got to back out of it. Really sucks the way some of these guys are driving. I don't care whether it's for first place, 14th. You don't punt people off like that. And for some of these guys, it's not the first time. Hold on one second. Really disappointing race, this one. And it's not because of anything I did wrong, you know? I did make a few errors, yeah, but most of the time lost was through contact with other drivers. If anything, I just want to try to beat this guy. have the space. I'm allowed the space. Needs to get better. This needs to get better. We need to improve on this. Maybe I need to stop doing hard to medium that far up. You know, this could bring us back down to C rank too. So we just gotta be careful. Yeah, we're hanging on there. Super close down to C rank. All right. How much time do we have until the next one? We got 5 minutes. All right. Yeah, this will probably be next race. Next race, and then we'll take a break. Let's see what we can do here. Actually, hold on a minute. Let me just see if... Let me see if the car needs some new oil. Oh yeah, it does. Wow. Let's see if this gives an improvement. The fact that it was worn. Uh-oh. No wonder I felt slow at times. But I think for this one, we need to play the main strat. Oops. If we end up high on the grid again, I don't think we can risk it going hard to medium. Like, at this point, you can't trust the player base to race you clean. Right? They'll just drive through you. It's going to be very, very important how Polyphony addresses the penalty system for GT8, you know? Because a lot of the behavior that's been going on lately, or for a good part of the last few years, is because of how lax the penalty system is. You know? If I punt you off and I don't get penalized, there's no deterrent for me to continue doing it. You know? And it gives people that false sense of, hey, this is allowed. You know? If I don't get penalized for it. And it's a bad feedback loop. Is it going to alienate the fan base if we go super strict with penalties? Yeah, but at the end of the day, it's going to be better, you know, in the long run. 203.1. Okay, so maybe changing the oil did help. I'm not going to be able to finish this lap, but now I feel a little bit more confident with pace. So horsepower was kind of working against me there. Alright, stay on first gear for that at all times. Too far to the side. No problem. Okay. So with this taken care of, let's see if we're a lot more competitive this time around. All right, less drivers here. 15 drivers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm P9, looks like. Yeah, let's not take any risks here. We're gonna go 8 laps on medium, 2 laps on the hards. We'll see how that's we'll see how this goes. Because I can't really rely on these guys giving me clean racing anymore, so the remedy is just to get better results, you know, just so I can get out of their ecosystem. Balance to the rear. So P9. Let's try to get up again. Gotta try to get up to the top 8. Stay in top 8. Here we go. Right. Much cleaner start to the race. Just watch that rejoin on Degners. Whoop, 2 people off. Take advantage of that. Let's just run away. Run away. Use as much of these tires as possible. And when they've breathed their last, go to the hards. Alright. Coming up on the Brazilian here. Too far back to make a move, probably. Uh-oh. How did that happen again? Don't care, don't care. How on earth did I get this again? Why? I don't know why. Anytime I do something good, it always comes back to hurt me. The good thing is that I haven't lost too much time. 16 seconds off the leader. And I know some of these guys are going to crash each other out, so... salvage this. Come on. Joel's gone off. He was one of the problem people I was worried about in this this lobby. Don't give me hope. That's not a purple sector. I know I've got a lot of pace missing. Right now my objective is to get away from this guy. 1.3 and climbing. Also need to try to catch up to this group. Should be able to take this one. I don't know how I kept that together, but I did. Alright, so P10. But I gotta keep this momentum up. Somebody spun. Alright, both these guys have gone slow for whatever reason. Hopefully they're not backing me up. I have the speed, I have the angle. Alright, for what it's worth, we're recovering well. We're back up to P7, or P8. So we've recovered back to our starting, past our starting position. Oh. Gonna back off a little bit because of the yellows. Because our team leader, Tijni, he actually made a video about that. You know, overtaking under a yellow flag like that, it'll get you a 3-second penalty. Which really sucks, you know, because of how haphazardly they use it. They use that system. But I know better. I know better. Keep up the pace. Alright, some of these guys went a little too early for my opinion. Up to P5. keep up. Lambo's coming at me. A lot of guys have went in. I think I need to stay the course. Stay out. No need to respond to their undercut. Because everybody's gone in at the same time, but it also means they're coming out at the same time. And they're going to be fighting. So end of lap 8, I'm going in. Stay focused. Mitigate the damage. With them. Going in with them. Alright, let's see where we end up. So we're like back down to mid-table, I would say. P8. P9. Uh-oh. Cold tires. Alright, this guy won't race us clean, so we gotta be ready for that. I've seen what he's done with other drivers so far tonight. So all we gotta do is stay close to him. And if he tries any gamesmanship, we'll just spin him out. Hey, Yanni, what's up? Right? Nah. It's just that the Porsche is the overwhelming favorite in the meta for this particular combination. So you might as well call it a Porsche Cup. It is technically Group 3. But we do have a dodgy driver ahead of us, so how we handle this is of the utmost importance. Of course, we want to do this cleanly, but from earlier in the night, we know this guy does not race the same way. See, I don't know what it is with traction control in this game. It's like, it's very unwieldy for somebody. Sadly, it has happened to me a couple times tonight. And I think it's just the whiplash of coming back to Gran Turismo after so much time over on Le Mans that I'm just not competitive. I think for a bit of a palate cleanser, though, I'm gonna go switch on over to Daily Race Speed. Yeah, I got one back. Oh, Nathan got a 4-second penalty. Damn. Alright, so I lucked back into my starting position. Oh yeah, I know that. Alright, let's see here. I want to give Daily Race B a shot. Give it an effort, and then depending on how things go, we'll go from there. Or, because I kind of want to put myself out of sync with this group. some of these guys that I've been racing with so far tonight have not been the best. I did make it to Bbid, yeah. Because of some, getting back to what I was saying earlier, because of the conduct of some of these guys, I ended up getting taken out a couple times. So I'm pretty close to going back. Yeah, I'm still hanging on, like a sliver of Bbid. All right. Is there a driver named Travel or something along those lines? Okay, cool. Okay, what I'm gonna do is, yeah, we got 5 minutes until the next ad break plays, so how much time do I have? I got 15 minutes. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do Daily Race Bbid. What is everybody going with? Everybody's going with the Mazda Tenza. Damn, this thing is back in the meta. It's been ages. Where is my Mazda? Where is my Tenza? Here it is. Old Faithful. I think I won my first race. My first race in GT7 in this thing. Alright, I'm just gonna go to the, I'm gonna go to the GT Autos, see if this thing needs a oil change. Oh, yeah, it needs one. It's only a normal, but... Okay, so, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take 3 minutes out. It'll be a small break, but then once we come back, we're gonna get some practice in at Nürburgring. Okay? Back in a few. Alright everybody, welcome back. That's probably going to be our last ad break of the night. But in the meantime though, I do want to thank you, Mystical Bum. Thanks for the follow. You've actually done us a big thing. We are now at 420 followers. So, hooray for the milestone. But hopefully you're coming in happy, healthy. Glad to have you on board. Alright, so Nürburgring Group 4, so basically like touring car, GT4, this sort of, that sort of class. I haven't done Nürburgring in quite some time. I haven't done Group 4 cars in some time. Yikes. Ages since I've drove one of these things, much less the Mazda Atenza. So I'm just kind of like reacquainting myself for this first go. Alright, so first attempt is going to be last to first, and then we'll qualify for the rest. Light lift for Schumacher S. But I do wanna thank you guys for everybody who's come out so far. We're at double digit viewers, which is heartening, you know. I know I'm a little bit more on the later side schedule-wise. You know, not exactly prime time viewing, but for everybody who's shown support so far, know that it's well and truly appreciated. Hopefully we can make it to 500 by the end of the year. Still got about 5 months to go. Alright, I'm gonna reset here. Yeah, I kind of want to do a quick daily race beat just to see if I can get out of the group that I've been racing with over on C. Maybe a change of pace would do me good, so. Bit wider than I would have liked for that turn, but I'm gonna get the hang of it eventually. Whew. Yeah, but we got a packed schedule for this week. I think we have 2 MPM races this week too, right? I know we have Wednesday with the Group 1 Hypercars, the Hypercar Challenge. I think we have a Friday race too. I need to double check. Can I take this flat out? Oh, I can. Oh, I can do Schumacher S flat out. Nice. Thought I had to lift. This thing is stable as can be, you know. I can probably get away with doing one. Structure TC1. Yeah, let's give it a shot. Alright, 4.5, so probably get about 2 laps of practice. And then we'll see where we go from there. It's not turning the way I want it to. But hey! What's up, Ender? Ender and friends, party of 3. Welcome along. What were we playing tonight? Come on. Get the cartridge. There we go. But yeah, hope your stream was good, guys. Hope everybody's doing alright. Dead Space remake. Okay. Not bad, not bad. Mixed fortunes tonight. We've had some good races. We've also had some very unlucky ones. But we're just doing some dailies. You know, trying to repair our rank a little bit. So, yeah, hopefully Dead Space was good for you guys. But yeah. Well, let's get some racing on for the night. This is gonna be the first of quite a few pre-scheduled events that we gotta do for this week, so yeah, hopefully anybody from Ender Stream, leave a follow on your way. And that is why I'm using the Mazda now. Now that I think about it, right? I know we're all ragging on Sony for the choice to go fully digital. I just want to think about it. Like, what would be the most inconvenient thing to go fully digital, right? Think about all the physical goods that we use in our daily life. What would be the most unfortunate to be turned all digital? Pizza. I mean, come on. Domino's was like the first one to tap onto the bandwagon. You're not wrong though. Digital pizzas. Just food in general. Yeah, I mean, obviously. Let's think beyond food though. Like, what about our everyday, something that we use in our everyday life? I want to know what you guys think. Because I'm trying to figure out myself. Like, what would be the most important thing to unfortunately go digital? Other than pizza, Zeno. Clothing. Oh gosh. Depending on who you ask, that might be a blessing. And that's not a good person, if that's the case. Alright. I probably would think something like medicine. Digital. Oxygen, right? Oh gosh, like an oxygen tank. Let's say we were like scuba diving. No water. Yeah, that could be a thing, right? Shoot. What else would be very, very unfortunate to go all digital? well, I was gonna say books, but yeah, I don't know. Really good food for thought. Subscription of air. Like imagine it's tiered, right? Oh god, they can imagine how they monetize it too, right? Ooh, this is imported air, you know? Because you know how like depending on where you live, depending on altitude, like the air is thinner, right? The Lorax stuff. Gosh, Dr. Seuss was onto something. For all his faults. You know, a company would try to do that. I mean, you know how like, you know what's funny? One of the weird things that came off in the periphery of the World Cup was Cole Palmer from Chelsea. He just released his own line of designer ice cubes. Like ice cubes with electrolytes. I'm just like, I know there's like a big push for like protein, everything, you know. I think like electrolytes and everything is just the natural next step. All right, so let's see what we can do here. Let's try to get up to P8. P8 should be a goal for us. Off we go. Oh, somebody's gone slow. Alright. Just taking it nice and easy for now. Alright, I think McGubble's the guy who went slow at the start. I think he just wanted to go all the way to the back. Boy! Alright, he's on our outside, so we just gotta give him some space. Well, that's a livery. Oh shoot, I wasn't paying attention! I got beached. Alright, still early. I can fix this. Sloppy mistake for me out of that one. But we still have 4 more laps to try and rectify this. Especially with how the Nürburgring goes sometimes. I don't see why we can't do something about it. Ugh. Really out of practice in this game. Alright, 4.3. That's what we gotta try to make up. How am I dropping back? What's going on here? Have I really lost pace in this game? I really need to practice more here. I think I've been playing way too much Le Mans Ultimate. Well, if anything, I am going to be playing that game tomorrow, so maybe I could be a bit more competitive over there. Alright, 211.6, yikes. That's well off leader's pace. Well, that's not going to help. Oh, I went way off there. Gotta try to get away from this guy. Oh, must have had a mistake. Hashtag not last. Oh, yellow flag, somebody's gone off. It's Demon, the Canadian. Alright. Take advantage of all the misfortune around me and leverage it into pace. A little bit wonky with my chicane there. Not a fan of this particular version of the Nürburgring chicane. Yeah, why do I feel so slow compared to everybody else? It's not like there's a It's not like tuning is a major thing. And I don't think I have a power restrictor on this. I'm gonna be really mad if there is. Something's up here. Something is very, very wrong. I cannot be this slow. I can't be 6 seconds off the pace. Almost 6 seconds. All right, let me finish this run and then let's have a look at the garage and see what's going on here. I shouldn't be this far back. me see if traction control can help me out here. Let me... Yep, let's see what I can do here. But I am woefully off the pace. Let me... I gotta do some detective work here. I'm usually not this slow. So, for context, usually when I'm behind a leading driver, I'm usually around like 3 seconds off the pace. Better exit? Possibly, yeah. Do bear in mind, I have not been driving this class, this discipline in quite some time. Because I know earlier in the stream when I was doing Suzuka, I found out that my Porsche was low on oil. Like the oil was worn out and that was affecting my horsepower. But I don't think it's not the case with this Mazda. Yeah, I really do. Because this is a dry run for me. Because I'm usually like 2 or 3 seconds off top split pace. So the fact that I'm like almost 4 seconds off is 4 to 5 seconds off is concerning. But yeah, we're gonna do some qualifying. We're gonna do some practice after this. Because this is a much more chill and relaxed type of race. Alright. Yeah, I wanna have a look at my car. I did gain 1 position for what it's worth. Am I still... I'm still in B rank. Alright. I'm gonna save the replay. I'm gonna have a look here. Let me go to the garage first. Actually, I have time for 1 more Suzuka race. I could possibly do that. Because we're approaching the half hour, so let me check the car settings. Aha! Okay. The tune was weird. Let me fix this ballast. Alright. Yeah, this... Ugh. Alright. I need to find a way to fix this. I'm not good at tuning, so for context. Alright. You know what? I have time to do another Suzuka, so I'll switch back to this one. So yeah, we have time for 1 more race and then we'll call it a night. Alright. Oops. Wrong tires. Also, let me just check the settings on this. BOP has been applied. Oh, no. There we go. Yeah. Okay. So let's give this a shot. I'm also gonna try and do this without traction control. Emphasis on try. 13 concurrent viewers. Thank you guys so much. It's higher than my normal average, so really appreciate it. I think I have time to get maybe 1 lap, 2 laps, perhaps. Uh-oh. Too much grass. Yikes. Alright, I see that was a problem. I'm running into some bad habits that I had over on LMU. I'm a little bit too close to the grass, too close to the curbs. Just relying on them a little bit too much. Alright, 205.4, so that's a small mistake. But stay away from that corner. Alright, let's compound on it. Bit of a cut on those curbs. Couldn't get the second one nailed down, but still a market improvement. Probably not gonna get another lap in, so let's tuck it on the inside. 203.1. Ah, so close. Alright, so let's see what we can do here. Hopefully some of the people some of the problem drivers are gone. Yeah, some of the problem drivers are gone. Nice. We are P10 though. We're in the lower end of the spectrum. I think this will be a good opportunity to go hard medium. Alright. So again, we got to do probably gonna be working on. Probably gonna do 2 and 8. I don't know why that guy just said no. All right. Anyway, let's see if we can get decent results out of this. P8, P7 is gonna be the goal here. Get the brake balance to the rear. Lower the traction control. Okay, so survive for 2 laps, go in, medium run, rest of the way through. Alright, let's see. Off we go. Already we're getting some weaving. Uh-oh. Oy, 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 oy. Yep, taken out. That's been the theme of this race. I'm sensible, but other drivers are not. I have to try to get the car back up to temp. Alright, somebody spun. Probably not a coincidence. Alright, let's see how much of a... Now that I'm back up to speed, let's see how much pace I have relative to the back markers. Alright, gaining just a little bit. Track limits. Alright, pitting now does seem very enticing, but I think I'm gonna go 1 lap more. Because I'm thinking about the tire offset as the race goes late on. Alright, where's our victim? There they are. The cause of that yellow flag. I don't know if it was self-inflicted or somebody put him out. Regardless, we're closing in. Shoot. Ugh. It's like any good thing I try to do in this lobby, or in this combination, just goes wrong. do my mandatory stuff now. Alright, I'm probably gonna end up back last, but yeah, what can you do? Quite a lot of ground to make up now. But I also got to get these tires up to temperature. .6. .5 I gotta make up. Okay. Why do I keep getting so much wheel spin? Both with traction control and off. It's been annoying. Man, after that first race we had, it was all downhill. We have one person who left, so I'm not last. But let's see if I can maybe steal one position. Nothing's working for me tonight. I don't know why. Like, everything's going wrong. some changes here. Okay, let's see here. I'm almost 40 seconds back. Just nothing's going right for me tonight. Nothing's going right. Okay, back to normal pace, but it's too little too late. So let's try to just mitigate this gap. 22.5 is what I'm looking at right now. Curbs are killing me. What's going on? Like any sort of momentum I get gets taken away. I guess I'm destined to go back into C rank. They really don't want me growing. I think we have a bad actor up front, based on what the chat is going. I'll also explain why I've caught up a little bit. All right, 17 seconds, I'm catching up. DNF, salvage P14, and G-Tosh is now 8.5. So I might be able to take one position here. See him. Catching him. Four and a half. I could get him by next lap. All right, final lap. Let's see what I can do here. Off it goes. Oh, of course he gets unghosted right in front of me. Oh, but he's on my he's on my inside. Ugh. It's so awkward. Just goes to show I can't get anything done tonight. It's a real shame, this one. Alright, well. Tomorrow's another day. We'll switch games tomorrow, so. Okay. Let's see how hard do we have to work to get back up to where we need to go. Alright. We're back down to C, but not too far back to the point where we can't do a job. Alright. Let's see if we can raid anybody. Who's available right now? I don't see anybody who I follow that's live right now, so. Alright. Well, no raid tonight. Okay, guys. I'll switch over to Le Mans Ultimate tomorrow, so yeah, I'll see you guys. Take care.